Hey everyone, Talking Dave over here. Dorky talking black guy who's just trying to get by. Welcome to the first edition of Martial Arts Mayhem. If you have not watched the intro video, each year in the month of May, I will predominantly be talking about martial arts related content within entertainment. Since this is the first video of Martial Arts Mayhem, what better way to kick it off than by talking about the movie that jump-started the martial arts craze in the United States, Enter the Dragon. Spoiler warning, I will be giving away an important plot detail in the middle of the video, so if you are sensitive about spoilers and have not seen this movie, where have you been? This movie is a classic. Go watch it like yesterday. But stop this video right now. You have been warned. After displaying that he has surpassed his physical training, a modernized Shaolin warrior isn't about to embark on his advanced spiritual training. But before he's allowed to do so, an elder at his monastery and a British agent have approached him to take part in a tournament that he's already been invited to. There's more than meets the eye with this martial arts tournament, as it is being run by a former and renegade Shaolin warrior whom is using the tournament as an affront to recruit new members into his drug cartel. Tasked with getting hard and credible evidence to take down this syndicate, the Shaolin warrior, along with two other participants, realize that they are in the fight of their lives. This is the movie that made Li Jianfang, in Mandarin, aka Bruce Lee, a legend. The martial arts on display was nothing like anyone has ever seen at the time. Bruce's prowess, flexibility, speed, and technique were a marvel to the mainstream people in the United States and around the world. Everyone was used to karate and judo, but no one ever saw kung fu executed in this fashion. Sadly, Bruce did not live to see what he created because he passed before this movie came out. Had he lived, he would have been an international action star, not only because of his physique, bravado that he displayed on screen, but he had this interesting Zen-like quality that no one else has seen before. Lee was not the only breakout star in this movie. Jim Kelly, another unknown, dazzled people with his performance as Williams in this movie. I'll talk about Jim Kelly in the next video, but suffice it to say, Enter the Dragon made Bruce Lee an international superstar and legend, and Jim Kelly the second mainstream martial arts star. However, we only had two unknowns at the time, so we needed somebody that the Western audience could appeal to. Enter the casting of John Saxon, who shared top billing with Bruce Lee. And pretty much one of the negatives in this movie, which I will get into a little bit later. One of the things about this movie that also make it legendary are the fight scenes. Like I said earlier, people have seen, karate, judo, boxing, and wrestling. But Enter the Dragon brought about fight sequences no one ever imagined seeing. And all this under Bruce Lee's choreography. It's also a bit of a drawback to this movie because Bruce Lee's fight sequences were amazing. The awesomeness of the fight scenes were fairly imbalanced, That's one detriment to this movie. Another detriment to this movie is the casting of John Saxon as Roper. The movie has an underlying narrative of minorities being able to fight off and surpass their oppressors. Within the plot of the movie, we have a British agent needing Lee's help, to actually infiltrate the tournament. The reason he needs this is because an unsuspecting participant within the tournament is allowed to get close enough to Han, the antagonist, to get the information and the proof they need of a heroine being trafficked and killing off people. It was fine when it was controlled, but then when Caucasian people started washing up, it became a problem. fairly similar to the heroin opioid crisis, where it was a big problem within the cities as long as minorities were dying from it, but when it went to the suburban areas where Caucasian people were dying, that's where it became an epidemic. There's also a scene where, you have someone bullying Asians, and Lee humiliated this bully without resorting to violence, but it was Williams who was the one that actually flawlessly defeated this guy. If that's not enough, spoiler territory, Roper's character was supposed to die in this movie. However, since John Saxon had top billing, him and his agent felt like, why should I die? Hence, the movie was rewritten to have Williams die. This also negated the underlying narrative of minorities being able to fight back and defeat their oppressors. In addition, if you notice, Roper and Lee's interaction always felt forced, and this could be a reason why. Also, Jim Kelly never got to interact with Lee within the movie, and that was something kind of odd. One other creative thing, though, that this movie did is adding espionage elements to a martial arts movie. Martial arts tournament movies were fairly simplistic and basic, and this movie is, but adding that espionage element, themes of James Bond and all, it really made the movie a lot more entertaining and was very creative, hence why a lot of martial arts related movies had added espionage or police dramas and other things added on, which I will get into later on in the Martial Arts Mayhem series. But we have great fight scenes, we have a mediocre cast, and we have a creative plot that is weakened by forced interaction, acting that could have been executed much better, and fight scenes imbalanced. Everyone, Enter the Dragon is cool. And I know that's a controversial take, but there are a lot better films that Bruce Lee has done, Agree? Disagree? And I know you guys are going to disagree with me. Please, tell me your comments below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or on Twitter at Token Dave 80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by, and I'll catch all of you later.